Five stocks to buy now for February 2025 by Sain. I don't think I've ever watched any of his videos previously, so let's see what he has to say.
Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I got a jam-packed video for you guys, so please keep it locked. Please make sure you like, subscribe. You guys have hedges on your plays. Okay, I got the homework assignment. My entry was perfect this time. Listen, guys.
I'm going to be skipping forward. That way I can get to the meat of the video.
76%. Hours, you're doing this in less than an hour. Most times when you get your entry right. That's why what she said is so important. So this week, especially for those of you, if you're not putting in the work, okay? So I don't care about taking a loss here or there, because trust me, with me, you'll make up any loss you ever had. I don't care about that as much as I care about you working on your muscle memory, you working on your skills, your emotions, your how your anxiety was holding up in this trade, where you quick to want to.
All right, I don't really know what he said right there, but let's skip through a little bit more
About these, but I want you to see, like, man, why do coach pick these stocks for us? What does he see in them? What is his point of presenting to us? Why does he want us to make money with them, guys? Meta is one of those ones, guys, sitting at $7.15. They are up $27 on the week, almost $30.
So Meta, obviously one of the largest companies in the world, is part of the Mag 7. I actually think that Meta is overbought. If you look at some of the other companies in the Mag 7, whether it be Microsoft or Amazon or Nvidia, Meta is one of the only companies there that is trading close to its 52-week high at this moment. As opposed to going long, I would prefer to sell far out of the money call options with very short expirations. For example, you can sell a call option that expires next Friday with a strike price of $820. Or you can buy a put debit spread, let's say a 705 by 690, and then finance that by selling some out of the money call options. As far as going long the Meta, I would wait until it pulls back to around 680, and then I would enter a new option position. But I wouldn't just buy the stock outright at this time.
4%. Just a phenomenal run. I told you, anytime this come down in the 4 or 5s, you buy this, because I told you this was coming, okay? Put Meta on your radar. Be ready to make some money with that throughout the month of February for me, okay? The next one I have for you guys is Uber. This one was up massively today, but I told you just in yesterday, we did a homework assignment with the 3 green soldiers, and I wanted you to look at this.
I haven't followed Uber in a long time, probably not for the past 2 or 3 years. The last time I looked at it, it was trading at about $45 a share. Let me check that out real quick. Uber is trading at around 77. Its 52-week high is 87. Over the past month, it looks like it hit its 52-week high around October, and then it fell to slightly below $60 before rebounding. I think Uber's okay. I definitely think that there are better plays out there. If I was going to trade Uber, I would go very far out to January 2026, and then I would buy the 82. I would sell the 105. That would give me $22.50 of potential upside, and I would only have to pay around $6.50. Then I would finance that by selling 2 of the 60s, and then that would give me a small credit of around $40. So yeah, I would make this trade. I would grade this trade at around a B+
stock, because it's a good example of, this was just $60 yesterday, $69, and it ran all the way up. Look at this, it ran all the way up to $76 today. Those are, if you catch those moves, I'm coach just simply trying to humbly tell you, they're life-changing moves, okay? That's one that I want on your radar for the month of February. Guys, coach is a flexible and nimble investor and trader. I know the market. I know certain stocks do well during certain time periods, and then look, some of these same stocks coaches talking about today, they'll go out of favor, or they'll be caught what's cost Uber, Nvidia.
All right. Nvidia for the third stock, I definitely think Nvidia is a buy. Its price action in early February has been extremely strong. I think in January 2025, Nvidia fell below $115 intraday, but at one time it was trading over 140. So yes, I agree with Chris here that purchasing Nvidia would probably be a good decision. I'll rank all of his suggestions at the end of this video as well. And let me show you how I would structure the trade in Nvidia. I would go out to April and then I would buy the 135. I would sell the 155. That would give me $2,000 of maximum profit for every call debit spread that I put on. And then I would pay around $6.50 for that. I would finance that by selling 2 of the 115s. And that would give me a credit as well of around $200. I would grade this trade a very high B+. It's better than the Uber trade. Let's continue onwards.
Woke up. This was good to see. I'm not all the way convinced though. I told you I need to see 130. This need to be 130, not 128. But look at this. Coming from way down here. Like I told you 113, but it was 112. 112. Coach bought this at 114. All the way. This is life change. This right here. February 2nd to February 7th as a life-changing move. If you catch this,
come on, man, a 10% move is not life-changing. And then what about all the people that purchased Nvidia at 145 and then wrote it down to 113? Is that a life-destroying move? It doesn't make sense.
this one off the park. If you made money,
CrowdStrike, oh man, we've been making so much money on CrowdStrike. The price action on CrowdStrike has been very, very, very positive. The crazy thing about CrowdStrike is that it hasn't had any pullbacks at all. The price action on Nvidia has been extremely strong over the past 2 weeks because it fell over 20% from its 52-week high. But CrowdStrike has basically been going up almost every single day. I do have valuation concerns on CrowdStrike, and those concerns would actually cause me to buy a put debit spread and finance it by selling out of the money call options as opposed to going long CrowdStrike at this price. Not because I don't think that CrowdStrike is an amazing company, but when something goes up so fast, so quickly, I think that a better entry would be to wait for CrowdStrike to fall to about $380.
CrowdStrike this week. And if you appreciate it or enjoy the lesson, the teaching being given and provided, the strike price, the expiration date, the delta, if all of those things are helpful and beneficial to you guys, let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you guys were able to crush CrowdStrike. I told you about this play when it was 405. I told you what it was going to do. Look at this. It went all the way to 426.
And let me guess, if you caught that move, then man, that is life-changing, because that 5% move on CrowdStrike can change your life.
Life-changing moves, guys. You gotta just trust the process.
Oh man, that's so funny. He did it almost on cue. All right, let's go on for his last pick.
That's okay. Trust the process, guys. I've been doing this a long time, and Coach does this with hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you just can imagine what it looks like when you do my plays, okay? What else he got?
All right, Netflix. I haven't looked at Netflix in 3 or 4 years. Let me check it out real quick. Netflix's 52-week high is around 1,032, and it's trading at 1,008. Over the past year, it's done amazing. Over the past 6 months, it's also done amazing. Over the past 3 months, it's done great. And over the past month, it has done great as well. I think that from a valuation perspective, it's a little bit stretched. Let me see when its earnings are. April 17th, so it has earnings in 2 months. I wouldn't touch this at all. I don't think that there's a trade here.
Netflix. I told you about this one, guys. This one was like 700 to 800. I told you this was going to $1,000. Meta is the next stock that's going to 1,000. So again, it ain't going tomorrow, but I'm just telling you the destination. This one was one of those ones too. I told you this one always takes off after earnings. So look, after earnings, it came down here and then look, boom, rocket ship.
Yes, Chris, we can read a chart. So as far as rating these, I definitely think that Nvidia is the best opportunity The second best opportunity would be a tie between Meta and CrowdStrike, although I think you can get better entries on them. For CrowdStrike, you can try to buy it at around 380, or you can sell a naked put at a strike price of 380. Meta, I would also wait for a pullback, and if you want to own it, you can sell a naked put with a strike price of about 660 or 670. The next opportunity would probably be Uber, and I would sit out Netflix simply because I believe that the other stocks, specifically Nvidia, CrowdStrike, and Meta, represent a better opportunity than Netflix. Let's see what else he says, and then we'll wrap up the video.
All the way up here to $1,021.42. Okay, have Netflix. This is a moneymaker, guys. They're gonna crush Disney. They're gonna crush AT&T. They're gonna crush Comcast. This next one is Palantir. You guys are all familiar with this one.
Palantir. Didn't he say 5 stocks? Isn't that 5? All right, but that's 6. Palantir, same deal. We actually made a trade today in the trade alerts where we made a bearish trade on Palantir just simply because I think it's so far extended to the upside, where I bought a put debit spread and then I financed it by selling some very far out of the money call options because there's a lot of option premium available on Palantir. I think long-term Palantir is amazing. I think it's within that same group as Nvidia, Meta, and CrowdStrike. However, at this time, I think you're better off waiting for Palantir to fall to around $90 or $85. You can sell a naked put option with a strike price of $90. I just wouldn't chase the stock right now because it's gone up around 40 or 50% over the past 2 months.
Told you to be looking out for this one to hit above 100. This one is currently sitting at 110, but went as high as 115.90. Incidences in the market, okay? So I need you to see these levels, write them down. Look, then they come to my YouTube studio. It's notes, guys. I'm not just getting lucky. This is repetition. This is writing down and jotting down tendencies. This is being all the way locked in. I'm talking about so zeroed in, you become obsessed. So zeroed in and locked in, guys, you have otherworldly success. Okay, I want you guys to take it that serious, boy. You guys gonna crush the stock market. Y'all gonna crush Wall Street. They're throwing their best stuff at you guys, and y'all are standing 10 toes down, standing the test of time, adjusting, pivoting, doing all the things. And that's what it's about to be successful in this game. 2024 was easy because the market went up the whole year. 2023 was even easier because it went up the full 12 months. And what coach is telling you, have some puts. Play some of your plays to the downside. If you see a play, if you guys got Tesla, y'all got AMD, and you see plays that are going to the downside, have some puts to capture some of that to the down.
All right, so that's basically it. He said 5 stocks to buy now for February 2025. He actually provided 6. Out of those 6, I think that the only one that is worthwhile to purchase at this moment would be Nvidia. But besides that, I would skip on the other ones at this moment, primarily due to being overstretched from a valuation perspective. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And if you found this video valuable, then subscribe to the channel.